Welcome back. As part of the Ales Apprentice program, our special series celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month continues this morning with the story of perseverance. When people told Olga Custodio she'd never become a military pilot and fly with the big boys, it just inspired her to try even harder. Alicia Acuna is in San Antonio with the story now.
Of all the aircraft that I've flown, this is one of the most amazing jets ever. I mean, it goes supersonic, and to see the ground from the air going as fast as we go in this jet is just incredible.
For those of us who have never been in the cockpit, what's it like?
What I love the best is the view. I mean, you can't imagine what it's like. It's just you, your jet, and the sky. And you dance around the clouds and you see that blue sky. It's just amazing. I had the best office with the best view.
An Army brat, Olga Custodio was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, but grew up traveling all around the world.
We lived in Iran and in Taiwan and in South America. So the opportunity of living in different countries was amazing. And I admired my father because he was an exchange military attaché. I mean, he was able to train foreign troops, and we were able to live in all those places.
The experience gave her an open mind and a quiet confidence that would later come in handy.
I am open to all people, to all cultures. As long as you respect me, I respect you.
At 16, wanting to follow in her father's footsteps, she marched into the nearest ROTC and tried to sign up.
I asked the captain who was in charge, I said, I want to join the ROTC. Not knowing that women weren't allowed, but he never said that. Well, we have a sorority here that I said, no, you don't understand. I want to wear the uniform. I want to be in ROTC.
In an attempt to get rid of her, the recruiter gave Olga an entrance exam.
I didn't fill out any application, any paper, just take the exam, and I'm thinking I'm doing great, you know? Turn it in, 2 or 3 weeks later, I come back, and he goes, well, I'm sorry you didn't pass. And that was it.
She later found out she had scored one of the highest scores ever on the exam.
And I realized, my God, I was discriminated.
So he would have rather let you think you failed rather than tell you that you weren't allowed in.
Exactly.
But Olga moved on with her life, got married, had a baby, and then opportunity knocked. Her husband was in the Air Force, stationed in Panama at the time. She, of course, was with him, working for the Department of Defense, and the Air Force had an open house.
And there was a table, and there was some pamphlets down there, and I picked one up, and the guy standing behind the table said, oh yeah, the Air Force is recruiting women to become military pilots. And I went, what?
But she couldn't find an Air Force recruiter in the Panama Canal Zone, so she went to an Army recruiter.
And I walked in, and, oh, how can we help you? I said, well, I'm thinking about joining the military. Oh, please have a seat.
They began discussing what she might do in the Army, and Olga got right to the point.
And I said, well, I want to be a pilot. And he goes, okay. And I said, yeah, and I'm married, and I have a three-year-old daughter. The guy got up and said, well, thank you very much. There's the door. And he kicked me out of the recruiter's office.
What'd you do?
I just walked up. I said, okay, I didn't want to join the Army anyway. Thank you very much. And I left.
But time was running out. A cadet had to enter pilot training before turning 26 and a half, and Olga was now only months away.
So I knew that if I didn't make it then, that was it.
You were done.
I was done.
Finally, she met a tech sergeant in the Air Force who was willing to help her fill out the paperwork, even though he had never recruited a commissioned officer before.
I said, not to worry, I got all this. This is exactly what you need to do for me.
You guided him?
I guided him. I wasn't going to let anybody just tell me, I'm sorry you didn't make it.
At last, it came down to filling out her top 3 career choices for entering the Air Force.
And I said, well, I want to be a pilot. That's all I want to do. I'm not going to take second anything. And the tech sergeant said, well, you need to fill out the other 2 slots. And I said, not really. If you're going to fill them out, just put pilot, pilot, and pilot. And he goes, oh, okay.
From there, she headed to Laughlin Air Force Base, where she became the first Latina to make it through military flight school, graduating in the top 5% of her class. What was that moment like? Was it validation?
I was just on cloud nine. It was, no pun intended. I can still feel it right now. It's just incredible. An incredible feeling of accomplishment, of knowing that I made it.
You earned it.
Yeah.
And it took a while.
Olga was without a doubt one of the best pilots I've ever flown with, male or female. She's just very, very, very above average. Outstanding.
After her outstanding military career, she became the first Latina to become a captain for American Airlines.
I don't think people should give up on their dream. If there's something that you're born to do, why not pursue it?
After a 20-year career at American, she retired, but not slowing down. She recently passed out college scholarships for the Dedalians to support future aviators, and even runs her own Puerto Rican folk dancing troupe.
I read your mantra is querer es poder. Can you explain to people, what does that mean?
Querer es poder. If you want something to happen, you have to make it happen. Because if you really don't want it, it's not going to happen without you. You can't make people do things for you. You can't wait for people to come and give it to you. You have to go out and get it. And I never realized that I was doing something amazing. I was just following my dream.